Have you ever seen a player win Finals MVP after losing the championship, or a team finish a game with just 4 healthy players? Welcome to the wild side of the NBA, where logic takes a back seat and strangeness becomes history. From Jerry West's 42-point triple-double in a heartbreaking Game 7 loss, to Murray's spites balling out with one shoe, these aren't just odd moments, they're amazing snapshots of a league like no other. Ever wonder how a team scores 73 points in one half, then falls apart? Or what happens when a player chokes his coach? Stick around, because this list will change how you see basketball forever. Do not forget to subscribe now for more. 1. Bubba Wells fouls out in 3 minutes. Think fouling out of an NBA game in just 3 minutes. That's exactly what happened on December 29, 1997, when Bubba Wells of the Dallas Mavericks racked up 6 personal fouls faster than anyone in league history. Can you believe the game plan was intentional? Coach Don Nelson sent Wells out to purposely hack a Rodman, targeting Dennis Rodman and his poor free throw shooting. But Wells fouled out before the strategy could even take hold. What would you do if your job were to foul? Even though the Mavericks lost 111-105, Wells made NBA history. No one has ever fouled out faster, and it remains one of the most bizarre coaching tactics the league has ever seen. 2. Michael Jordan's flu game. Have you ever played through a cold, let alone the NBA Finals, with the flu? On June 11, 1997, Michael Jordan delivered one of the most iconic performances in sports history. Despite looking visibly ill, he scored 38 points in Game 5 against the Utah Jazz, lifting the Chicago Bulls to a 90-88 victory.
Down, and now he hits the second, 0.2 of a second remaining, the inbounds, and the Chicago Bulls have defeated the Utah Jazz to take a 3-2 lead. They win it 90-88, a courageous.
Can you think of putting your team on your back while battling the flu? What drives someone to fight through that pain? The game has been dubbed the flu game, though speculation later suggested it might have been food poisoning. Either way, Jordan's sheer willpower was undeniable. He collapsed into Scottie Pippen's arms afterward, a moment burned into NBA lore. Champions are built in adversity, and this game proved it. 3. The malice at the palace. What happens when the line between fans and players disappears? On November 19, 2004, a routine foul escalated into the biggest brawl in NBA history. With 45.9 seconds left, Ron Artest fouled Ben Wallace, sparking a fight. Then a fan threw a drink at Artest. He jumped into the stands attacking the wrong guy. How would you react as a spectator? Stephen Jackson, Jermaine O'Neal, and others joined the fray. Punches were thrown, fans were hit, and even broadcasters got injured. 9 spectators were hurt and multiple players were suspended. The NBA had never seen anything like it. Security was overwhelmed, and Commissioner David Stern called it shocking beyond belief. This incident changed arena security forever. 4. The shot heard round the world. Back in 1951, before buzzer beaters were commonplace, one shot stunned the basketball world. In Game 7 of the NBA Finals, the New York Knicks trailed by 2 against the Rochester Royals with 4 seconds left. The ball landed in Harry Gallatin's hands. With a desperate fling from mid-court, he sank the game winner, 69-67. Can you picture the disbelief in that arena? Would you trust a full-court shot with a title on the line? This miracle became known as the shot heard round the world, forever etched into basketball history. Back then, no three-point line existed, making long shots even riskier. Moments like these remind us that greatness can come from anywhere, even when the odds seem impossible. 5. Jerry West wins Finals MVP on losing team. How do you become the Finals MVP if your team loses the championship? Jerry West did it on May 5, 1969, after the Boston Celtics defeated the Los Angeles Lakers in Game 7 by just 2 points. West poured in an incredible 42 points, 13 rebounds, and 12 assists. Can you imagine playing that well and still walking away without a ring? Would that be heartbreaking or validating? The Lakers were so sure they'd win. The owner ordered championship balloons ready to fall. Instead, they stayed in the rafters. West remains the only player to win Finals MVP in a loss, a testament to his brilliance. Sometimes, individual greatness shines through defeat, and this game proved that. Enjoying the content? Show it some love. Smash like, leave a thought, and subscribe. 6. Warriors play with 6 players. Ever seen a team win an NBA game with barely enough players to field a squad? On April 14, 2010, the Golden State Warriors beat the Trail Blazers 122-116 with only 6 active players. Can you believe they ran out of healthy bodies mid-game? Would you keep playing if you were hurt? After multiple injuries and foul-outs, Don Nelson had to reinsert fouled-out players, incurring technical fouls just to stay afloat. At one point, the Warriors had only 4 able-bodied players. Even the referees had to consult the rulebook to figure out what to do. Rookie Stephen Curry scored 42 points, marking his first ever 40-point game. This bizarre night wasn't just strange, it was the beginning of Curry's rise to stardom. 7. Maurice Spites plays with one shoe. What would you do if your shoe came off mid-game? On December 13, 2014, Maurice Spites lost his sneaker during play. As Stephen Curry tried returning it, Tyson Chandler swatted it into the crowd. Can a shoe become part of the game? Is this next-level defense or just gamesmanship? Spites played an entire possession wearing only one sock, trying to stay in rhythm. Even the crowd was baffled. No technical fouls were called, and the incident went viral. Dirk Nowitzki joked it was the best defensive play of the night. Warriors coach Steve Kerr even suggested a new rule banning shoe interference. Sometimes the strangest moments aren't about stats, they're about how unpredictable the game can truly be. 8. Rockets blow huge halftime lead. How do you lose after scoring 73 points in one half? That's what happened to the Houston Rockets on January 16, 2014, against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Houston led 73-59 at halftime, only to score just 19 points in the entire second half. Have you ever seen such a collapse? What could cause such a meltdown? The Thunder locked in defensively, allowing only 10 points in the third quarter and 9 in the fourth. Reggie Jackson, Serge Ibaka, and Kevin Durant led the comeback. Even the referees handed out technicals as tensions rose. Final score, 104-92, Thunder win. It remains one of the worst second-half performances ever, reminding us that in the NBA, no lead is truly safe. 9. Latrell Sprewell chokes his coach. What happens when a player attacks his coach? In December 1997, Latrell Sprewell of the Golden State Warriors choked coach PJ Carlesimo during practice. After being told to put more mustard on his passes, Sprewell exploded, grabbing Carlesimo by the neck for 7 to 10 seconds. How does something like this even happen? Should emotional outbursts have a limit in sports? Sprewell was pulled off, only to return later and land another blow. This wasn't his first outburst. He'd previously threatened teammates and reportedly talked about returning with a weapon. The result? A 68-game suspension and a massive stain on his legacy. It's a stark reminder that control matters as much as talent, especially in professional sports. 10. The phantom foul in the 2013 finals. Have you ever seen a foul called that wasn't a foul? In Game 6 of the 2013 NBA Finals, with seconds left, the San Antonio Spurs were seconds away from a title when Kawhi Leonard was called for a questionable foul on LeBron James. Replays showed minimal contact, yet the foul sent LeBron to the line. Do you think that call changed the outcome? How would you feel if your team lost like that? The Miami Heat tied the game, Ray Allen hit a miraculous 3, and the Heat eventually won the game and the series. Many Spurs fans still call it a phantom foul. In a championship series, every whistle matters, and this one still echoes through NBA debates today. From flus to phantom fouls, fights to finals MVPs in defeat, these stories prove the NBA is more than a game. It's a theater of the unpredictable. History is written in sweat, shock, and sheer chaos. Love basketball's wildest side? Then comment your favorite crazy moment, and subscribe now, because next is coming more interesting.